Hi, Suchadatta. Continuing with the story of money, and here we are with the next chapter of economics, class 10, which talks about money and credit. Well, children, we've been stressing again and again that money is a very important factor in an individual's life, in the economy of the country, and all aspects of life. If we talk about the beginning of the civilization, how did actually money come into use, or how did it originate? We have to go back to the barter system. Barter system was that system in which goods were exchanged instead of money, and the barter system continued for a long period of time. That is, a farmer generally exchanged his grains with the person who was selling cattle, and this is how they kept on exchanging things for their living. But think of a problem. Supposing I have cloth to sell and you have no requirement of the cloth. Then where do I go and sell it and buy the kind of things that I need? So it was difficult for people to find right person who would be willing to actually exchange their goods. And the barter system, when it became difficult, gave rise to the currency or the money in the country. Next is demand deposits. This is a term of the modern age. When a deposit is made which can be payable whenever the demand is. That is, in the bank we actually make that kind of payment that whenever it is required, we can actually withdraw the money on demand. That is demand deposits. Next are the check, and all of you have seen a check. But you know what a check is? A check is a simple paper which gives instruction to the bank that whatever is the amount being written on that has to be given to the person or the company in whose name it is. So, very simple. Money has changed its form. You need not carry the currency notes. You can just give a check to a person, which is just a piece of paper. And only that person, only that individual or the company shall be able to use that check. Looks very easy. Next is the credit. Credit is the money which is paid to an individual or the company because it needs money, and this is paid on certain terms and conditions. That is, there is a specific rate of interest on which the credit is made. There is a collateral thing which is kept in mind. There are certain other conditions which have to be met in order to get credit from the bank. But credit actually is given so that the economy keeps running. Children, we were talking of credit. Now, what is the outcome of credit? When credit is given to people, sometimes what happens that a person is unable to repay the money that he has borrowed. When he is unable to pay that money, he borrows it from some other institution and gives it to the institution, the first institution from which it had borrowed money. And this process keeps on revolving because a person is not in a condition to repay his loan, and when such a situation arises, it is called as the debt trap. So, what is a debt trap? A debt trap is when a person is unable to repay his debts, his money that he has borrowed, and has to keep on borrowing from one or the other institution.